the Sunnah, alhamdulillah. That's it. Blind faith. I accept it and go. This person doesn't want to do such thing. He says, you as a Muslim, satisfied, but satisfy me. Come with a satisfactory okay, answer. So they became really, like, they felt like, oh, it wasn't just a good idea actually to mention in front of him. Now they went from there. They don't even really know what to say or what to do, because they cannot just ignore it. The following day is going to come to them and say, you two Muslims, come. How will Quran treat somebody who is mentally disturbed? Every now and then. And he have taken, he told them, he said, I will fail you. I'm not going to give you, okay, the honor of having the qualification from this university. That's it. Otherwise, they have to shift somewhere else or find another supervisor or another tutorial. So in the same afternoon, they went to the masjid, praying Asr, and they were really stressed. So they met, the Imam. So they said, how can we, in this case, prove to somebody that this is Shifa? He said to them, let me meet him and I will prove it to you. Not to him, even to you. Okay? So they said, okay. Okay. Inshallah. Bi'idhnillah. Okay. Jazakallah khair. I will hold it, inshallah. Okay, I will hold it, inshallah. Okay. So now the Imam said to them, just let me meet him, and I will prove to him, okay, that Quran is Shifa. They said, okay. So they made an appointment. They took the Imam, okay, to this professor, sat in front of him. Now everybody's expecting, okay, scientific dialogue and explanation. So the Imam said, you see, the Quran is Shifa, and Quran is cure and remedy, okay? So the man said, forget about this, just tell me how, logical. So he said, oh, are you from those people who believe in logics? And he said, yes, of course. Everything in life has to make logic, has to make sense. Otherwise, it's not true and it's not a reality. So the man said, oh, yeah, okay. We are believers, we believe in this, but there is some animals actually who don't believe in, the Creator who have created them. He is trying to wind him up. So the professor became really upset, and he got up and he wants to hit him and beat him, and he said, yeah, this is when you become really unsensible, when you can't explain rationally, you become, you insult, you become abusive, and the students are in the middle, really regretful, now we make even the case worse. We brought the Imam to insult him, okay? No, okay, so hold this, hold that. So the Imam said, wait a minute. Okay. He said, this is the proof. He said, what is the proof? He said, I give him the proof. He said, what is the proof? So the professor is like, you insulted me? And this is the proof? He said, yes. Now, scientifically, you explain to me what has happened to you when I said you are an animal. He said, I became really angry. And he said, he said, I got up from my chair, I went to hit you. If those people didn't actually, hold me. He said, you are a rational person. You are civilized. You are well educated. You won't lower yourself to that extent that you want to hit me and beat me. Isn't it? But you could not control yourself. Why? Because chemically now you are not balanced. One word okay, took you out of balance. When you felt like you've been abused and you need to protect yourself, you felt like you've been attacked, immediately your defense system, what happened to it? Was in alert, isn't it? Don't you feel like that? If somebody just opened the window and you're driving and said, you like this, and say, okay, you stop the car now, and you want to hit it, you want to beat it, you would be. Why is that? Okay? You don't have sukoon at that moment. You have no tranquility. You have no peace. Isn't it? So what will adjust that? When you are all the time disturbed. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's kalam. It wasn't, okay, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, أَلَا بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ تَطْمَئِنُّ الْقُلُوبِ. It's only with Allah's remembrance, okay, that nafs, your soul, your inner, okay, nafs will find its peace and tranquility. Many people, they think whenever Allah mentioned the word dhikr in Quran, is the dhikr of the tongue. It is the remembrance of Allah Azza wa Jal with the tongue. No. That is not. That is part of the remembrance of Allah Azza wa Jal. But the remembrance of Allah Azza wa Jal is 24 hours. When you are with Allah Azza wa Jal. When you are guarding Allah Azza wa Jal's, okay, right? And when you are following Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's command, when you are living as a Muslim, when you are all the time observing yourself, okay, or, subhanAllah, there is, observation, okay, of your own, situation, when you compare it with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's commands, this is what we say dhikr. Dhikr of al-hal, the dhikr of your own affairs, the way how you walk, the way how you talk, when you are buying, when you are selling, all that is Islamically addressed through the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. How should a Muslim behave on this moment? When you are giving salam to somebody, when you are giving, when you are taking. There is no situation of a Muslim except that it has been addressed by the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to you that when you are far away from Allah Azza wa Jal, remembrance means you have adopted half of Islam or part of Islam, then you are disturbed. You don't need somebody to assist your situation. Straight away. Okay? The more sunnah you do, the closer you are to the tranquility. The far away from the sunnah you are disturbed. And this is when Sheikh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah ta'ala said, Wallahi, there is a Jannah in this life, in this earth. Whoever have not been guided by Allah Azza wa Jal to find its location, where it is, and enter it, he would never ever enter the Jannah of the hereafter. لله جنة في الأرض من لم يدخلها لن يدخل جنة الآخرة. They said, what is it? And what is it? He said, dhikrullah, the remembrance of Allah. People, they think this is when the Sufis go wrong and think that dhikr of Allah Azza wa Jal is when you disconnect yourself from the dunya and sit somewhere and do dhikr and dhikr and dhikr in order for you to enter the Jannah of the hereafter. And they have, by Allah, killed the deen of Allah Azza wa Jal. Why? Because they will only do one out of millions of other things that a Muslim is supposed to do, okay, thinking this is the only thing that will lead them to Jannah. Which is just sit somewhere and do, okay, dhikr. Dhikr of what? The dhikr of tongue. But the dhikr of Allah Azza wa Jal here is when you are getting married, when you have children, when you are teaching your children, when you are educating them, when you are guiding them, when you are doing your business, when you are you know, subhanAllah, being honest in spending the time in your work, okay, as a student, okay, always as a Muslim, there is a duty that you should supposed to fulfill, and this is the dhikr of Allah Azza wa Jal. The closer or the far you are from there, the closer and far you are from